I'm Real Gino Demon, and this is What's on the Tape, Season 13, Volume 4, and it's Christmas! And it wouldn't go, do you know something, it wouldn't be Christmas if I had to go with the present that I got for Christmas. So this came from a good friend and a lovely chap, Daryl, and he sent me a Christmas bundle of Spectrum stuff. So I thought it was only fair that we share some of it and play some of these games that he gave me, because it's Christmas, and that's, well, it's past Christmas, but, you know, it's that, the spirit of Christmas. But he gave me such a wonderfully thick, I mean, look how deep this is, look, my hands going up and down the side, it's massive, so many things. But we're going to try a few of them. I'm going to select 4 of the ones that I fancy playing, ones that I probably haven't played before, so it'll be new to us and new to the channel, hopefully. So he sent me all kinds. He sent me this Players Shanghai Karate. The cases are wonderful, and this is one of the ones I'm hoping to play because I haven't played this on the channel before, so I definitely think we should play this one. So we've got Shanghai Karate, wonderful players game. Look at that. It's there. It's not quite Exploding Fist, but hey, you know, Exploding Fist. There's only one Exploding Fist. He's also sent me this Codemasters Tarzan Goes Ape, which looks good. Quite looking forward to that one, actually. Quite fancy that one. So that's another one that we're going to put on the list. Tarzan Goes Ape. We've also got Spike in Transylvania, another Codemasters game. The thing about the Codemasters games, the reason why I'm kind of bringing those up realistically is that they're one of the few companies that don't give a license for you to play the old ones on an emulator. So technically, you should own them to be able to play them. I'm sure there's other ways of getting them, but technically you're meant to own them. Zap gave it 91, but I notice there's no crash on there, and the pictures on the back, they're definitely Commodore 64 pictures. In fact, it says C64. I mean, that's like talking to the enemy, that is. But that's another one I'd quite like to fancy playing. This one I saw recently called Insector Hector, I think it is. Heretic in the interchange. Anyway, I saw this one recently, funnily enough, for the Amstrad CPC, and it looks really good. Again, the screenshots are definitely not Spectrum, but this is another one I would like to try. So I've kind of put the ones I'd like to try at the top. So these are the ones we're going to give a go to first. So we'll give those ones a go. But I mean, he's so generous with all the things he sent me. He sent me some lovely things. We've got Spy vs Spy number 3. That's the Arctic Tactics. I've been trying to get the boxed versions, but they're really, you know, the big sort of original boxed versions. So I think 2 came by a different brand rather than Beyond, because I've got the Beyond one somewhere. In fact, while you're standing there, you stay there for a second. I can lead trying to get it. Yeah, so there's the Beyond one for the Spy vs Spy 1, so that's really nice. I really like that. But they did this First Star, I think, released it themselves at some point. So there was a First Star sort of release of these games themselves. We've also got this one, It's Only Rock and Roll, and the Tomb of Dracula. These are K-Tel. These are one of these things that of course, they had no instructions. I guess they would try to sell it to me on the fact that there's lots on a tape, if that makes sense. I quite fancy to go on that one though, because I don't have that one. I've got quite a few of these double ones from K-Tel. I don't think there was very many, but I've got quite a few. I didn't get that. Now, Mackenzie, I posted a picture of this on Twitter the other day. Apparently it's a text adventure, but they had the artwork and it has no bearing on the game at all. In fact, I don't even think the title has any bearing on the name, but they thought they might as well stick it on there because they had the artwork anyway. So I'm quite looking forward to trying Mackenzie, because apparently it has no bearing on the game at all. So we'll try that. I'm going to move that way, because we're going to go with those ones to play. UG, I don't think I've played UG. I feel like I have. I think it might have come up in What's on the Tape. Then, you know, but I don't think I've ever played UG. So it's a little caveman on the front there. I like the sort of dinosaur faces. They're kind of cool. Vampire Killer. Definitely played this one. Fantastic game, this one. Well, fantastic game in the sense that there's an adventure involved in it. It's basically, if you get to the top floor, there was a prize for getting to the top floor, and it's extremely difficult, but the artwork is just pure 70s. It's lovely. I love that styling. I love that sort of horror comic style thing. It's really nice. Very Hammer House of Horror, if you remember Hammer House of Horror. Then we've got Shadow Skimmer. I think I've played this one before, but I can't remember it. It's definitely going to be a shoot one, because I like that kind of thing. It looks a bit like Hewson's what's it called? Uridium, that's the one. How could I forget it? Uridium. Looks a bit like that, but I don't think it is. Then we've got, my God, he never stopped, did he? He was lovely with all these things. We've got Thunderblade, which is an arcade game. I think this is definitely going to be one of these that's better on the... I mean, look, it's got the manual and everything. Look, all the bits and pieces with it. I think this is one of these that's definitely going to be better on the arcade by a long way. This is an arcade conversion of the game of the same name. As seen on TV, Pepsi Challenge Game of the Year. The Pepsi Challenge Game of the Year. When Pepsi used to challenge games, wow. Never even thought of that. This one is a summer game, summer, winter, and summer games too. This is the gold, silver, and bronze version of it. And I think it comes with a manual in it with gold, silver, and bronze in it. Look. There we go. Look at this. Gold, silver, and bronze. Look at that. Gold, silver, bronze. Well, sort of, anyway. Winter games. So summer games, summer games, summer games 2, and winter games. Fantastic, absolutely amazing. And then sort of the cream of the icing on the top. Look at this. Now, I had one of these back in the day. This is a light pen. It's quite amazing, actually, that to see it again. It's one of those weird, wonderful things that you don't see very often. DK-Tronics, out of interest, is another one of these companies that has survived. It still exists. And so does Durell, but they don't do what they used to do, if that makes sense. They do something else. But yeah, the light pen, with our manual and how to use it, 16K, and how to hand draw and whatever else. It requires a CRT monitor to use it, because CRT is the way to go. There's a tape, obviously. A CRT monitor to make it work, because you need that kind of refresh rate where it can put a white box on the screen to be able to do something. So that's what you need. So the pen goes on the top of there. This goes into the back of your Spectrum. I don't know if that'll fit on one of these new modern plus 2s, because I think that's quite shallow against the back of the plus 2 probably. So but it would definitely fit on a plus and a original 48K. And there's the pen. There's no button or anything to press on it. It just quite literally is keyboard based, and then you put that against the screen and zap, it does what it needs to do. That's amazing. I haven't tried it yet, to be honest. I've got to get the old 14-inch Philips TV wired up and give it a try on there. But it just quite amazing. And what an amazing gift as well. I'm absolutely delighted. Thank you very much for all of that, Daryl. And you know what? It's so nice, such a nice Christmas gift, and I can't believe how nice it is and how kind you've been with those things. So, without further ado, though, we're going to give these 4 a try. So we'll put one of these in the tape drive, probably that one, because that's the one in the order. Anyway, let's put it in the drive. Okay, the tape is in the drive. Well, in fact, Shanghai Karate is in the drive. So let's go. I don't know if you have to do a loader or not. Let's look at the instructions quickly. I was going to go with the old down the basic and load dit dit, but it might not be load dit dit on this one. Oh God, it's so small. I have to get the magnifying glass out. That's one thing I've got out this today. 48K users use, including the version with music and digitized sound. 128 users use the loader. Loader then. Loader it is. We'll push the button and we'll push the play button. Because we get music and digitized sound. After recording the main game is Joe Blade 2 demo with Load Dit Dit. Right, so this is the legend of Jin. Well, it's Y, isn't it? Jin. It would be Jin. An honourable story of tell us an honourable story, grandfather, said the children around the old Japanese sailor. Basically, we've got to deal with the evil Wang Shen and his army that have slaughtered karate masters and their pupils, and you're kind of like the last one left. So it's kind of the story Star Wars, isn't it? You know, last sort of, not Last Jedi, but more kind of Luke Skywalker and whatever else it is, isn't it? So yeah. Finest warriors and whatever else. Let's just have a little look. Oh, there's 2 parts to this. Take on the role of Lo Jin in its epic journey to Changchun to Shanghai. So first we've got The Journey, which is the first side. A program by 1 Week Productions. They made it in 1 week. Well, fair enough. Level 1, you play as Lo in the caves below the academy. Level 2 takes place in the Great Wall. Level 3, you must fight Wang's men on the Yangtze River. Yangtze River, that's right, isn't it? And then level 1 of Shanghai, you have to face the opponents in Shanghai Harbour. I'm assuming you'll need a load code for it then. But there's a high block, there's a low block, mid block, and whatever else when you're not doing whatever, when you're not moving. You've got a high, low, and mid punch, high, low, and mid kick, depending which direction you're facing, which is fine. The old fire button there. There's no there's technical support for that. Players, tell me you can redefine the keys. I'd like to be able to redefine the keys. On 2-player mode, you can use a joystick. That's very nice. There's no keys, unfortunately, for it. It does look nice. I've got to admit, I do quite like this. This is one of these games, I'm sure that I keep meaning to play. If I have played this, I do apologise. But I don't remember playing it. So it's one of those games I haven't played before. As I say, my wife very kindly, well, I found it, but she bought it for my Christmas. Very kindly got me a Way of the Exploding Fist T-shirt. I will have to show that off on the channel at some point. Way of the Exploding Fist. I am still a massive fan of the Way of the Exploding Fist. I really need to complete my collection. There are several ones that I'm missing. I'm missing the BBC version on floppy disk, so the 5.25-inch floppy disk. I'm missing that version. I'm missing the Commodore 64 version, also on floppy disk. They're both quite expensive, though. That's why I've kind of shied away from spending vast quantities of money on them. But I would quite like them. But I've also missing the US variant of the Commodore 64 version of Way of the Exploding Fist. There's one there, and then of course the unicorn, the rarest of rare, the rarest of animals, the one that I cannot find for absolute love nor money is the Commodore 16 version, the C16 version of it, which came with the yellow cassette, sort of yellow around the edges, exactly the same as all the others, but in yellow. And I honestly, this game has eluded me. I cannot find anything. I can find the re-release, the sort of reloaded, I think it was, Ricochet, that's it, that's what I was looking for, Ricochet version of it, but I cannot find, for the love nor money, the original yellow case. I have only ever seen it as a very poor GIF image, JPEG image off the internet, and that's all I've ever seen. I've got this on my desktop, and it sits there every day, sort of staring at me, sort of, you know, making me want it, but I can't get it. It's just eluding me. I think that would look great though, because it's got the yellow, and I've got the orange of the Electron version. I've got the red of the BBC and the Commodore version, the purple of the Amstrad version, the blue of the Spectrum versions. All these things. I almost turned into Rutger Hauer there in the end of the sort of the end of Blade Runner. You know, all these things, C-beams being shot from ships on fire and all that kind of stuff. That thing, the whole ad hoc bit that he does with Harrison Ford, it's one of the greatest ad hocs in a sci-fi movie, because it all comes out of his head. And he talks about the military stuff and all the beauty of all these things, even though they're exploding and that it's horrible space and it's just blasting all over the things. But anyway, yeah, sorry, sidetracked there with a bit of Blade Runner. Got to admit, I do like Blade Runner. I did like the new one as well. I'll admit it. I did like the new one. I think the new one was quite good. It didn't need Harrison Ford though. I'm sorry to say. I know. They wanted Harrison Ford in it, but it didn't need Harrison Ford. I wish they'd stop digging them all up. I heard recently from a friend. I'm going to go off on a tangent now. I heard recently from a friend that they're going to do a Lethal Weapon 5. Yeah. I mean, let's be honest, Mel Gibson and Danny Glover are like 4 million years old now. I mean, they were meant to represent, and I know this because I've started watching it because it's a Christmas movie, of course. Lethal Weapon is a Christmas movie. It starts with Jingle Bells, doesn't it? Jingle Bell, Jingle Bell, Jingle Bell Rock. And then what she calls Hunsacker's daughter fires herself off a balcony. But because she'd have been dead with the drugs anyway, there was the whole part about that as well. But either way, you know, that Jingle Bells Rock, whatever else it is, and that the whole thing, they're going to make a new Lethal Weapon, but they're going to basically, if they're going to dig up Mel Gibson and Danny Glover, they're going to be, I mean, they're just doing it for the cash, aren't they? I mean, somebody's gone, here's a load of blooming cash, do it. It's just sad, really, if you ask me. I don't know why they. I mean, they did the fourth one as well. The fourth wasn't brilliant, but a fifth one after all this time, is this the best Hollywood can do? It's probably not, but they're going to dig it all up. It's like starting Star Wars, and I know that they had to overlap a little bit, but you probably didn't need Han Solo, particularly. You didn't really need Luke Skywalker, particularly, you know. But the thing is, they also cocked up the entire story, didn't they? I mean, like, oh God, I'm on a rampage. I'm on a Star Wars rampage. You do know that Book of Fett's out this week as well, coming up. When you're watching this, you'll be only about a couple of days away from. But that's on its way. And I've also got a double choc mocha for my drink today because it's Christmas. To be fair, I'm not really sure, but it's got chocolate and coffee in it. It's got to be good, hasn't it? Hang on. It's kind of got honey flavour to it as well. Actually, I'm gonna. It's passable, but I don't think I'd actively go and buy it again. That's the thing. It's passable, but I don't think I'd actually. I hope this is bloody loading. It doesn't look like it, does it? Come on. Hell of a tape for loading. Anyway, so what was I saying? Oh, new Lethal Weapon, Christmas movie. Oh, here we are. Let's hear the music. Yep, quite like that. That's good. What's the redefined controls? One player controls, one player keyboard. Right, okay. There must be a button to redefine. There doesn't seem to be. Let's see if we can find what we're doing. Tell me it's QA8OP space. There's my... Oh, I'm jumping! Oh, it's like Ray of the Exploding Fist, but like slower. Oh, tell me... M must be punch. M must be punch. M must be punch. Yes, it is. Into the testicles. You can't beat a bit of testicle punching. Oh, yeah. Oh. It's not Way of the Exploding Fist. Way of the Exploding Fist is a cracking game. It's a world class game. In the throat. Rip out his throat. Oh no, I've been knocked off the edge. I didn't even know I could fall off the edge. Oh, brilliant. Right, okay. I don't know how that worked. All right, so the idea is to edge him ever so slowly fall backwards to knock him off the edge. All right, okay, so we edge him off the edge. I've not played this one before, as I say. Don't you dare. Which is me. Oh, I'm there. I could probably beat him to death with... Hang on, how's he got full sugar? No, don't jump. I'm jumping, and I'm right on the edge. I've jumped off the edge. Oh, look, he's got 2 lives, though. I'm never going to beat him. It's just a solid kick fest from me. I'm just smashing his face in all over the spot. Look at this. It's going for it. Boom! I just got like... If that was a combo, that was like a 10-hit combo, that one. That was a monstrous combo. Boom! Take it all. Yes. Take those combos. We're kicking him with some combos. Christmas combos. There we go. We'll cook Christmas Brussels sprouts. We'll kick him in his sprouts on Christmas. Merry Christmas! Sprout punching. There we go. Kicked him in his sprouts. I'm going to walk past you now and make you go that way. I'm going to punch him to death with... I tell you what, they're going to be black and blue, those things. Player 2 loses a life. Oh my god, there's a lot of lives in this. Not a lot of lives.
There's a lot of lives. To be fair though, you can smash his face in very easily. It's not hard. He says, smashing his face in. I don't mind the sounds actually. They're quite sort of, you know, sort of smack. That's more shootable, isn't it? But you know, sort of more smack. It's not bad. I'm just giving him the old 1-2 there. It's going for it. Player 2 loses life. Oh my god, this is going to take ages. 1-on-1 basically beat him up. It's alright. If I got this as a budget title back in the day, I would have been mightily impressed with it. I would have been alright with it. However, it would have been no way of the exploding fist to me. You know, that's the gold standard. That's the granddaddy, isn't it? That is the granddaddy of sort of beat 'em ups. It was one of the best. And you know, people go Karate Champ, which was the arcade version of a karate game, but that actually doesn't have the subtleties way the exploding fist does. It does not have those subtleties. This is by far, you know, the way the exploding fist is by far a better beat 'em up, if that makes sense. It's much more refined. It's more refined than this. This is nice, but it's kind of, if you'd seen where this exploding fist, that was the way you should have been doing it. That was the gold standard. It was like Street Fighter 2, isn't it? Street Fighter 2 is the gold standard of arcade beat 'em ups. There is no better arcade beat 'em up than Street Fighter, even to this day. I would. What happened there? Oh, I've got high score. Is that it? Do we only get limited time to play? Oh, I don't know what happened there. Shanghai Karate, 1 week productions, demoned. There I am in the high score table. Okay. That's a bit weird, isn't it? That sort of one player. I don't even know how I won that realistically. Should we have a try of see if we can get Joe Blade to load while we're here? It's on the demo is on here, so we might as well give it a go. Let's do that. I might turn it over actually and do the other side. Why not? It's Christmas. You can enjoy that too, can't you? What Christmas movies have you been watching? I mean, of course, obviously, Die Hard is amongst those Christmas movies. It has to be. It's a Christmas movie, without a doubt. Cobra with Sylvester Stallone. That's also a Christmas movie. Of course, Gremlins. I think it's a Gremlins 2 is more. That's a New Year movie, isn't it? It's a New Year one, but I think the other one's a Christmas movie. So they're definitely Christmas movies. Was Short Circuit a Christmas movie? Was that set at Christmas? I get the feeling it was, you know. I do think that Short Circuit could possibly be in a Christmas movie as well, you know. I'm going to taste this mocha thing again. Give it another swill round the mouth. After, do you know what? I've been very good. I mean, on Christmas Day, we don't do... I don't know what you do for Christmas Day. Let us know in the comments below, but... Christmas Day, we don't tend to... After years and years... Me and my wife have been together for like a billion years, you know. 20-odd plus, going closer to 30 than it is to 20 at this point. And we have been together forever, and one of the things we do is we worked out... First off, most people in the household don't like turkey that much, so we don't really do turkey. So this year we did gammon and pigs and blankets, Brussels sprouts, roast parsnips, roast potatoes, obviously gravy. No stuffing. Missed out on the stuffing. Forgot to buy some basically. I do like a bit of stuffing. It's quite nice. You know, with a bit of gravy and some Yorkshire puddings. I mean that's kind of Christmas dinner for us, which is pretty much a standard sort of Sunday afternoon roast. Realistically, nothing very exciting. And then for dessert, we had my wife likes a chocolate Yule log. Now, if you've listened to me chat for the last year or so, and maybe a bit longer, I do like to count my calories and do a bit of exercise nowadays. It's not a lot of exercise, just a bit of walking, counting the calories, just to making sure that what goes in, you know, doesn't add to the old tummy mass, as it's taken a little while to get rid of it. So I don't like to go over the top, but yesterday though I kind of blew my calorie count, and the one thing I did notice, first off, is my stomach hurt, and second off, I didn't feel very good because I'd eaten far too many calories. But yeah, we did eat that Yule log that was meant for 10 people, divided it into 4. Yeah, that was bad. 710 calories per chunk. Eating the whole thing, by the way. It was the calories for the day, pretty much. In fact, more than. So yeah, we all had a big chunk of Yule log, but it didn't sit very well with me. But that was Christmas for us. It's not very it's not massively exciting, but at the same time, it's kind of relaxing because it's none of that fussing around or tidying up afterwards or making sure just everybody just chills out and does their own thing. Make sure we all have you have a glass of wine and all this kind of stuff, and it's all nice. But even that, I don't even massively partake in wine. We had a good old Asti Martini because that's a fizzy one and it's fruity and sweet. And we all had about the kids, son didn't, but daughter had a little bit of wine and wife did as well, and I did, and we drank a bottle, but it wasn't a lot. It's not heavy, and that's all I had. I didn't want any more. I was done. That was enough. I wasn't particularly tipsy. I could feel it a little bit, but I wasn't particularly tipsy. I don't really do very much alcohol nowadays. I don't mind it. Just don't do a lot of it. Everybody's different, aren't they? You can all do your own thing. Oh, here we go. Back. He's back. A long-awaited sequel. Right. Okay. Let's have a little drink of my coffee, and then we'll play the sequel. There's definitely a honey in there. I think there's a honey. Oh, it's just screenshots. Is that it? Oh, it's screenshots. Oh, look, it's Joe Blade. What a massive load for just that. Right. Okay, well, let's turn the tape over and let's see if we can load Shanghai, because we were in the caves before. That was exciting, wasn't it? That was exciting. We were in the caves with all the critters. We were in the caves. So I do love a good karate game, though. But as I say, if I'd bought that with my budget money, I would have been chuffed with that. To be fair, what we've probably done is I've probably played that with friends. It went on for too many rounds, though, if you ask me. 5 lives each. That's a lot of lives. Honestly, that's a lot of lives. I do think that went on for a little bit too long with the lives-wise. But otherwise, perfect. Did what it's meant to do. I'm looking forward to seeing the next thing. There's some... I'm just looking at it. Some weird things here going on. There's something weird on the second side. There's got to be something weird here. It looks like there's a dragon on the second side. So I'm looking forward to that. We'll give that a try. I'm very excited about all that. I'd love to know where Daryl gets his cassettes from, though. His cassette cases are like brand new. It's like they came out of a factory. Maybe he prints them himself. Maybe he's got a factory. Spectrum Game Factory. Or maybe he's a time traveler and goes back and grabs them himself. Possibly. I don't know. What else have we got coming up for Christmas? We obviously, there's obviously new TV shows in the sense of, sort of the Book of Fett, which I'm quite excited about, I have to admit, which will be Disney shortly. What happened to Mandalorian, though? Do they kind of think that they better clear it off for a little bit while they brought Boba Fett back for a bit? Don't know. I hope they make him mean and moody, because the thing I always thought about Boba Fett was I always thought, because you've got to remember he's the clone of Jango Fett, and I always feel that that Jango was clearly just a mercenary who with his armor and whatever else, because he wasn't Mandalorian, was he? He was given the armor by the Mandalorians, so that's why he could take the helmet off. And you've got Jango, who was quite a stubborn or clearly violent bounty hunter. And Boba was brought up by him, so basically all he got was he basically got his father's mind and whatever else is, and he was brought up with him. But of course his father died quite young, because was it Mace Windu hacked his head off brutally during an uprising. So Boba then went off, and you see him in not to spoil much, but he's in I think he's in Rebels. Yeah, he appears in Rebels. I'm sure he appears in Rebels, and I don't know if he appears in the Clone Wars. He might appear in the Clone Wars. So he kind of grew up in a time of war with other bounty hunters, because he knows Bosco, doesn't he? And IG-11, not IG-88, because 88's class from Mandalorian. But Yeah, it's just an interesting sort of thing. It'll be interesting to see how it shaped him as a personality. I mean, he obviously is a rough, bounty hunter, but it's interesting he went back and killed Jabba the Hutt. Quite enjoyed that, to be honest with you. I did like that. I have to admit, Mandalorian is, and a lot of people, some people say, "Oh, it's boring. It's like Space Cowboys." You know, yeah, exactly. That's what they wanted it to be. If you don't remember, when people don't remember the statement from George Lucas himself, who suggested that Star Wars would be great for television, not for the big screen, but for television series that run with as space westerns, and that's what it was. It's a shame they can't bring Firefly back, though. Complete tangent there, by the way. Firefly, blowing brilliant. Probably can't now because Joss Whedon's in the bad books, isn't he? But the thing he created was really good. I really enjoyed Firefly. God, I missed Firefly. They did Serenity, didn't they? Which was the movie, which was all right, but it wasn't as good as the TV series. Again, there's a good excuse. That was a space western. Liked a bit of Firefly. I love a bit of sci-fi. I mean, to be fair, it's very hard to find decent sci-fi nowadays. By the way, I'm loitering with a cup in my hand here, just waiting to drink from it. But it's very hard to find good space westerns nowadays, isn't it? Or space sci-fi movies and TV. It's really difficult to find things that are of good quality. I know that they've the 20 years they've brought the Matrix back. I'm really kind of. I think I'm going to be sad to watch it. You know, is it Resurrection? It's called, and I'm just saying it makes me sad. I'll admit that I loved the first Matrix movie. The second, the Animatrix, I really liked the short stories. They were really good. They filled out some of the gaps. They showed some of the intolerances of man and who scorched the skies and all that kind of stuff. All the things, and they weren't written by the Wachowskis brothers, sisters. Family? I don't know, whatever they were. But you know the people who wrote it originally, it wasn't written by them. And they did these sort of little stories. I think they maybe did one or two. And then they did the 2 and the 3. And they weren't particularly good. They're as somebody said on Facebook the other day, they're about a 5. You know, if the Matrix was an 8 or a 9, then they're a 5. You know, they're palatable, they still hold to their story and they hold true to it. They even incorporate some of the Animatrix stories. If you've watched the Animatrix stories, there's a child called the Kid who breaks out because they feel Neo's presence, and that's the lad who's the kid in 2 and 3. So yeah, interesting as it goes. Oh, sorry, more chocolate mocha. But I can't say that I'm I'm really, I don't know. I'm loath to watch it at the same time as I want to watch it, but I'm loath to watch the Resurrection one. I'm not sure that isn't just going to be a greatest hits and, you know, not particularly good. Sad, really, but I like sci-fi. The best sci-fi that currently that I've watched that's up to date is, if you can find it, The Foundation, which is on Apple TV. The Foundation is an Isaac Asimov book. It does jump around through time. It's a tough one to follow. Sometimes it's hard going. It's blooming brilliant. Dynasties and all kinds of stuff are involved in it, and sort of big evils and all this kind of stuff, and you know, times of trauma and all this kind of stuff. It is quite good. I do like a bit of that. I do. To be fair, I like fantasy as well, but I understand they're going to be making a Hobbit prequel shortly for TV. Yeah. Why? However, no, I'm going to take that back. I'll say why. Did you see the Watchmen follow-up? I think it was called Before Watchmen or something like that, or whatever it was, the new Watchmen TV series. I quite liked that because it tried to hold true to the comic book, but further in the future. However, it was universally hated, I think, and was only survived one season. But on the scale of things, I liked the fact that it was true to the comic book. The subject matter was dangerous in the current society, and probably rightfully so. But at the same time, it was a good sort of it was a good sort of it was a good attempt at doing a comic book thing. So yeah, it gets a sort of pass, if that makes sense. We've just done a 1,000-mile journey to Shanghai. I'm not sure how I lost though in the last game. Did I run out of time? Maybe was that maybe the thing? I'd run out of time. Don't know. Let's press S to start. We're on one player. We're on the docks now, so we're not seeing all the levels. Left, right, up, left, right, up, left, right, up, left, right, up. Yeah, it's pretty simple to beat these guys, by the way. They're not smart. The AI's not good. Probably harder with a friend, but you never have to block. There's a block, but you never have to block. So I also like Doom Patrol, if you've seen Doom Patrol. Doom Patrol's worth watching. That's a DC comic. It's slightly strange. It has Timothy Dalton as one of the main roles. He's like the sort of big bossy kind of thing. It's got Brendan Fraser in it and a few other names. The guy who played, can't remember his name. It was like a thief in something, the Blue Collar or something, a White Collar. I can't remember what it was. Which is quite a nice TV show. It was pretty, standard every week, but I quite enjoyed that one. But he, it's got some reasonable actors in it. It's quite clever as well. It's very strange DC characters, sort of, Frankenstein-esque and all this kind of stuff, monsters and blobs and all this kind of stuff. It's kind of okay, it's worth a watch. Player 2 loses life. I'm smashing the hell out of him this time round. You see, I'm not losing a shot though here. I'm just kind of moving left, right, and up. Left, right, up. Left, right, up. He's just trying to push me forward, by the way. That's what he's trying to do. But the flying kick pushes him back. And we'll just do this, and then we'll hopefully get a life off him. It is too long, by the way. This should go down faster. If the fights were more competitive, it would be alright, I think, is the answer to that. Player 2 loses life. Here we go. And see if we can finish off Player 2's lives. Let's do that. Let's do that. Well, hey. Good. And we're up. It's good. It's not a bad game. As I say, if I'd got it as a budget title, I'd probably been alright with it. I probably would have done what I've just done now, load all the levels. I probably would have got a friend out. Wow, I got hit. Finally. Should get perfect. Perfect. At the end of it. I got some lovely Christmas presents though. I got this obviously from Daryl. I got some. Oh look, I got a new level. I got I got some nice stuff from my wife as well. It's a quite nice looking level actually. I'll take it back. The levels look nice. Oh, the AI's got better. He says a little bit. It's got a little bit better. It's got a little bit better. It's got a bit better. I will admit that. It's actually hitting me now. Oh, super jump. So it's obviously this is the first level that's bad. No, don't knock me off the edge. Super jump. Yeah, it definitely got better AI-wise. Level's better as well. I like the level. The level looks quite nice. There's some effort gone into this. Okay, I'll admit it. It's got harder. It's not what we were before. I don't know what happened last game though. What happened? Why did I lose? Not sure. I'm not doing very well here though. This computer has definitely got better. Definitely got better. But I think I found his pattern. Up, down. I think I've got him. We've definitely got him, I think. Oh, it's not so bad. All right, I'm gonna re-recommend that. But that's his pattern, by the way. It's up, down, up, down, up, down. Is the way we deal with this guy. So we go up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, and basically we've got him because he doesn't know how to do anything else. Without manoeuvres him every time. Look, upping and downing and all that kind of stuff does outmanoeuvres him, and it keeps him in place as well. There's no point doing any other move with this guy, just up and down. Up, down. He's moving me forward, backwards a little bit. Just a little bit, but it's going to be too late. He loses life. Okay, cool. So we got another pattern to this one. We got another thing. I hope Santa was good to you. You all got something good. I got about 4 Switch games. I can't remember any of them particularly at the start of time. Cruising Blast, I think it's one of them. It's an arcade game. Has been converted to the Switch. It's very good, actually. A lot of fun. Bright colours. I like a little bit of Cruise Blast or Blast Cruise. One of the two. Anyway, I do like a bright colour one. It's from Thrill Seeker or something similar. It was the original people who created the game. So that's been converted to the Switch, and that's quite nice. It's quite just wild colours and bright jumping and all this kind of stuff, and it's quite enjoyable to play, actually. Very simple, but obviously there's some exciting bits and pieces in it. I got what else did I get? There's a few things behind me. I'm trying to remember what they were, but I got some good ones. I got some nice games. I'm very pleased with them. I'm very pleased with what I got for Christmas. You know, especially sort of, as I say, Way of the Exploding Fist things. I've got some books as well, some comics and things like that. All the nerdy things that I love. All the things that I love. So got lots of that, and sweets. My wife got me lots of sweets, which will probably take me about the rest of the next year to eat, because I don't eat so many sweets nowadays. And simply because the calories that I could be using for something that I would use that I enjoy eating and keeps me full. So I did discover, obviously my stomach's shrunk or something else as part of it. I've got a little boy behind me who's absolutely delighted by the Spectrum graphics. Are you loving the Shanghai Karate? Do you think it's good? What do you think, George? Is it good? No? Oh, I don't know. He's gone quiet now. I've asked him the question. So Shanghai Karate could be good, might not be good according to George. But either way, right? Okay, I think we're going to finish this level 2. I wonder if we can beat everybody the same way. Yes, here's the temple with a dragon in it. Game of Thrones. I'm on season 7 now. I've been absolutely massacring it. I've been smashing it with the the dragon's mouth going, I think. Well, this is a bit more difficult than I thought it was going to be. This guy's giving me a bit of grief. I haven't worked the format out of this one. Are you do you need? He doesn't need a. Alright, okay. He's given me floor kicks, a lot of. Oh, this one's tougher. This one's tougher. There's no format for this one. So the first one's like left, right, up, down. Second guy's up, down, up, down. Whoa. Jump! Superman! I love the jump. It's just ridiculous. Is this guy just down, down, down? He seems to be just down, down, down. In the vegetables. Have some vegetables. Yeah, this guy's down, down, down vegetables, it looks like. There we go. Jump over him. I need Superman over him, and then I move round, and then we need to vegetable him. Vegetables! Jump in. Yeah, loses life, got him. That's a tough one. This is a bit tougher. A bit tougher. We've got Game of Thrones going on in the background. I have to admit, I'm on the 7th season of that now, as I said before, and I've quite enjoyed it actually. Some people will like it a little bit more, like it's well, you won't enjoy it kind of thing after a certain point. I have to admit, I quite like it. I do think it's jump. We need to get past him to do the movement. I did actually enjoy it. I have enjoyed it. I've enjoyed it a lot, to be fair. Vegetables, vegetables. No, down, down. Down, down, vegetables. No, down, 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 vegetables. Jump. Meat and 2 veg. Down, down, down. He's actually getting me back here, but this is working thus far. Jump over. It's mostly down though. Down and sort of the legs. Sweep the leg. Sweep the leg. Leg sweeping is it looks like the option that we need to go with most. And then left and right for the sort of the high kick and the punch. But you can just sweep the leg out of him, and that seems to be the answer to the issue. There's no point in defending yourself. You know, the block stuff is just useless. Jump. And you're invincible while you jump, so which is fine. And sweep the leg. I'm enjoying this actually. Funnily enough, I didn't think I would. A sort of repetitive sort of thing, but we're getting there. We're getting there. Indeed, we're getting there. So I've got a good score as well. Look at that brilliant score. There, sweep the leg, sweep the leg, sweep the leg, sweep the leg. As long as I hit him more than he hits me. It's a little bit like football, isn't it? Score more goals than they do, and you've won. You're laughing. Come on. Jump him. And sweep the leg. Sweep the leg. Sweep the leg. Sweep the leg. It's a shame I can't just give him a sort of massacre him faster than this, but it's alright. We're getting there. Slowly. It's the longest reaching hit, actually, I think, as well. That's the other thing. It's the longest reaching hit. So when I sweep the leg, I'm getting the longest range out of it. It goes further than the flying kick. So the sweeping the leg kind of makes sense. Off, jump. Just keep just chipping away at him. That's a chip away at him. The engines are going down slowly. That's very much a chip away, this one. It's a good job there's no timer. Well, Angie, to be fair, I'd still win on the timer. That's what it could do with it. It could do with a timer, and it could also do with less lives, if that makes sense. Less rounds. You should win rounds, not take lives, if that makes sense. Jump in. Only one more hit to go, I think. Yeah, we go. Lose life. Is that it? No, we've got one more life on him. It's had a long... Do you know what? This is a long episode, and I've only played one blooming game thus far. You guys have watched me play this. I gotta finish him now, because this has got to be the temple, hasn't it? This has to be the finish. This has to be the temple that we're finishing him on now, hasn't it? We've got to finish it now. We're gonna do that. It's Christmas though. I suppose I can enjoy myself for a bit. It's a long episode actually. As a result, you got a long episode to watch through. There we go. Kick him in the legs. 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 I do like the last level though. It's kind of cool. I've got 3 more games to try as well. You've been watching me for ages playing this game. Thanks for joining me. Thanks for enjoying the game. Yeah, I can. I'm as a budget title, I would have been delighted as a kid. As an adult, I'm quite impressed as well. It's actually become a bit of a challenge at the end here, just to outblow him with the whole thing. I mean, you know, blow for blow, we're doing pretty much. Oh, get off that! Get over here before it knocks me down again. Try to get him with a few extra hits. Come on! It kind of stays down a bit too long sometimes. Let's jump over him here again. And we're down. Let's go down. Oh, come on. Yes! I think it's over. The scrolls are safe. Fame and fortune is yours forever. Have I just beaten a game for Christmas? I think I've just beaten a game for Christmas. I have just beaten a game for Christmas. I'm just celebrating by throwing my arms in the air. Wow. And it's over, and I start again. We're not playing anymore. I've had enough. That's it. We're going on. We're going on to some other games. My God, that was amazing. I have actually won a game on What's on the Tape. How often does that happen? That's blooming rare in the first place. Right, I've got interchange now. Let's have a little look at interchange. So, interchange. Let's put that in the drive. Does it say I need to do load speech match? I need my blooming, what's it called? Oh, picking up the wrong thing there. How do I load you? I can't see. Where's the load instructions? QA, OP, and space to black flip. High tech. That's instructions. How do I load? I don't see any load instructions, so it doesn't say there's a. There must be some. Load dit. So it needs to be in the old. The load dit down at the bottom there. Let's get that on there. Okay, press the button. So, interchange, or, Insector Hector in interchange. Insector Hector. I think he's from Her Majesty's Inspectorate. That's what he is. It's HRMMC or H. You know the place you pay taxes anyway. Let's have a look at this. What am I meant to do? Take the part of Inspector Hector. Hectic? Anyway. You must free the whole of the 50 sectors of interchange by realigning the junction blocks, at the same time ridding them of Victor and his vicious gang. Audible noises show when a block is in its correct position. Oh my God, I'm going to have to do noises. I hope they're farting noises. I've got a ball, imploder, a shield, speed up and stasis. I saw this as a safe for the Amstrad CPC, and it looked really good. There's a code every 5 levels. That's kind of cool. 1991 this one was. But I saw this on the Amstrad CPC, and the Amstrad CPC is very beautifully coloured. It's like, there's loads of colours. There's like a billion colours on it. I mean, I don't think it's a billion colours, but there's at least most of the 27 that are available on the on the Amstrad CPC. The Amstrad CPC has 27 colours, and you can have 16 on the screen when you're in mode 0. Isn't that impressive? You do something. You kind of wish. I kind of wish that the Spectrum had all those colours. I mean, it's got colours, but I mean all those colours available. A little sneeze going on there. all those colours available sort of in the games themselves, you know, without the colour clash. But I know why the colour clash is there. We all know why the colour clash is there. It's all based on the fact that they were meant to be text editing, and Sir Clive didn't really want us playing games on his beautiful Spectrum, but he was wrong. He was wrong. Do you know something? I know he passed away just this year. In fact, it was this year he passed away. But I wonder if Clive looks back in any way, kind of, and shape, form, and looks at the Spectrum and goes, "Do you know what? I built a brilliant big community. Some people who still remember my works. I mean, I don't think that was important to him. He was an inventor at the end of the day. But I wonder if he did look back and he would go, yeah, it's amazing that the Spectrum community is, and the Sinclair community is kind of still there. You know, that we're all out here playing on these devices. You know, 40 years later, we're still playing on the ZX Spectrum. I'm hoping to still be playing on it 50 years from now. I'm hoping that's the case. I'm hoping that we're celebrating 50 years. I'll be an old man then, though. Will I be an old man? I suppose so. I'm nearly 60, so... I kind of like the honey flavour on that mocha stuff. It's quite nice, actually. Quite like it. So we've got Intersect, and I've got two other ones as well. I don't know what they're going to be like. We've got Tarzan here, Goes Ape. I don't know if I've played this on the channel. I feel like I have, but I can't remember it. What's this? Tarzan Goes Ape. A witch doctor has made a monkey of Tarzan climb ropes, avoid secret traps through mysterious caves, native villages to find an antidote. Watch out for he's a monkey. Tarzan's a monkey. So that's kind of... I don't know if I've played that one before. I feel like I have. I feel like I may have done. Is this loaded? There's a lot of loading for nothing to happen. And then we got Spike in Transylvania as well. Oh, it has loaded. Oh, okay. That was not what I expected it to do. Right, okay. QAOP and space. Fire to start. Let's try interchange, which is where we're Her Majesty's Inspectors of Bugs. Let's press space. I haven't got a password. Name. Demo, because it won't let me have demons. Right, okay. So I think the idea is to change these so the bugs can go the directions they need to go. Right. I've got to avoid... I think I've got to change the directions of them so they don't kill me. That sounds like it's the right place. I just basically I need to make the map. Victor obviously is nasty things here. It's actually quite an interesting little puzzle game. There you go. Got to make the time. That's all it is. That's all you got to do. Basically make the map. It's kind of good. I quite like that. Went a bit silent there, but I quite like that. And you got obviously the ladybugs are bad. And whatever those things are there, they're bad. So you're kind of making the maze work. But of course, the more you make the maze work... Ah, sugar... Yeah, go away from me. There we go. Go around here. There's some stop time things there. There's a thing here. Let's change that around there. Keeps them in there. That's cool. I am going to have to go back down there in a minute because I'm going to have to let that one out. Ah! Sooner or later, you're going to have to let them out, which is the problem. I quite like that. Sorry about the funny noise in the background. That's my son. He's left his piano thing that he got for Christmas on, which is really rubbish because that means he's making loads of noise. Ah! Oh, that's cool. I like this. This is clever. Stop time. Alright, cool. That's out. Oh, I got him! I think, get this one? Yes! I like it! So this is a cheap one, this is a high-tech game, so this is quite a cheap game by the scale of things. Oh, if you get them with the wall at the right time, you can kill them. That's actually really good. Problem is I've got now is I'm gonna have to go. Damn, I'm gonna have to go all the way around that side. Ah! Game over. That's really good, isn't it? I don't know about you, but I quite like that one. That was better than I thought it was going to be, and in fact, I'm going to have to try the Amstrad CBC version now. That's really good. Let's go on. We've got Tarzan goes ape, which is basically where he turns into an ape, I think, by a witch doctor. Now, is this a loader? Oh, just a loader. This is going to be a big one. We've got 128k games this week. Let's push the loader. That's really cool. Tarzan Goes Ape. I always like this because they've got like the other games. They've got like Fruit Machine Simulator. I always think Fruit Machine Simulator is the oddest title ever for a Spectrum game because, of course, a lot of games are sold to kids. A lot of adults didn't know what that was involved, if that meant in any way. And hold down quit to quit simultaneously to what's that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 simultaneously. I don't know why you're pushing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 simultaneously. You've got drop bomb, throw a rock, jump, and left and right is the name of it. Object of the game. But they were selling them to Fruit Machine Simulator to mostly kids. I mean, I had Fruit Machine Simulator as well. Obviously I played it, and you put your £15 in. I think you got £15, or was it £5? Maybe £5 into the game itself, if that makes sense. And there was a sort of the amount you put into it, and you piled that into it, and then you gambled on the usual games that were involved in it. And it's kind of an odd thing to do that kind of gamble simulator. I think when it's sold mainly to kids, I don't think it would be allowed nowadays. Do you think it would be allowed? I'm not sure it would be. It might be, but I'm not sure it would be. So. This is when, by the way, this is a late in the day Codemasters game because they started advertising their other games on it. So you've got like the Pro Boxing Simulator, the Pro Golf Simulator, Guardian Angel, and obviously Fruit Machine Simulator. So this late in the day they started doing it, but you've got to give them credit for the amount of level of detail on the graphics here. That's quite a lot of detail that's going on there amongst the whole thing. I mean, the Pro Boxer guy, there's obviously somebody smashing the teeth out of them. It's kind of cool. And then there's this guy here who's about to, in the Pro Golf Simulator, there's a guy behind there, some golfer, whacked his ball that's going for a distance, and then there's this guy creeping up behind him who's about to smash his skull in and steal his wallet. So that's really impressive to see. And there's the Guardian Angel there. I was going to say Dark Angel there. I watched that for Christmas as well. Is it Dark Angel? Yes, Dark Angel with Dolph Lundgren. That's a cracking movie. Proper poor sort of thing. It's quite funny though, because there is a bit of a twist where it's like Dolph Lundgren works really hard, and then you discover that he's like actually very rich and he just does it for fun. So he likes to crack heads for fun. But Guardian Angel, and then you've got the Fruit Machine Simulator with this really dodgy character beside it who's about to sell you some sweeties of some kind, possibly. I don't know what he's doing. He's a very dodgy man, but he's right there. I've been going on and on and on for nearly an hour now, over an hour, because you've got the intro sequence. I can't even remember how long the intro sequence was. If it's about 8 minutes long, I've been going on for over an hour. talking to you here about sort of all kinds of things. I don't know what my favourite gift from Christmas is. You know what my favourite gift from Christmas was? You know, the family. I think, you know, spending time with the family was quite nice, and actually having a lie-in. I haven't had a lie-in for ages, or I don't feel like I've had a lie-in, and I kind of I've abused the sleeping patterns. I've had a proper abusive sort of sleeping sort of thing. Yeah, so sleep as much as I can. That's that kind of thing. So yeah, I did enjoy that. I did enjoy that sort of a bit of a sleep in, and then actually just chatting away to you guys has been really nice. I quite like that. I just wish it was my job sometimes, you know, just chatting away and doing this kind of stuff. I'd love that to be the case someday, but I don't think it will be. But maybe when I retire, it'll become my job. That's what I'll do. When I'm an old, even more old and even more cantankerous. I think I've turned into to Danny Glover though in Lethal Weapon, because I keep hearing myself going, I'm too old for this. But of course he finishes with, I'm too old for this shit. But pretty much it's like the stock line everywhere he goes. It's the one. Do you know they used to do that? There's this one liner that kind of carried on through movies. You'd get the same one. Everybody do the same joke over and over again. And his was like, I'm too old for this shit. And I feel a bit like that sometimes. I keep saying it nowadays as well. Getting old and crumbly, I think. That's what it is. Old and crumbly. I still think that guy's going to mug him at the top there, by the way, with his golf club. There's definitely something dodgy going on there, because if he can't be coming to hit his ball from there. He's definitely got the angle just to crack his skull. I think I've been watching too much Game of Thrones. I mean, everybody dies in Game of Thrones. I mean, just literally everybody. I'm sorry to spoil it if you've not seen it before, but let's just be honest. Everybody dies. If they aren't dying, the somebody's having their way with them. So yeah, it's one of them programs. But anyway, graphics and coding by Martin Hartley. J.R. Hartley is that? I'm going to find the keys. Up, down, left, right, fire. Do I have a colour monitor? Yes, I do. Oh, look at this. Yeah, I've played this before. It's on my channel. I forgot about it. I have played it before. We've got to climb upwards. He looks more like a panda, though, than a monkey to me. Do you not think he looks like a panda? I think he looks like a panda. It's not monkey-esque to me. Definitely not monkey. Right, coconuts. Hit him with the coconuts. Yeah, we've got to climb up the levels. Played this one before. Yeah, collect the food. He definitely looks like a panda, though. I'm not having that he's a monkey. There's a panda. Coconuts. Oh, sugar. You don't stand on the edge of the screen. You fall down. Nice to see large graphics, though. Sugar. Got hit by the crocodile when I jumped up there. That was a silly thing to do. Oh, I meant to get the necklace as well. I've not got the necklace. I think the necklace is down here, isn't it? Was it down here? That's it. I meant to get the necklace. I fell almost all the way. Oh, I fell to the bottom. I was going to say, I fell almost all the way, and I have. Yeah, I'm going to get the necklace, because I need to get the ingredients to stop the to kill the witch doctor who's turned me into panda. I'm not a monkey. I'm definitely a panda. Don't like pandas, you know. And I can't even jump on the rope when you're going down it. Oh, that's weird. So I've got the item. There's one. So I've got the necklace. I don't know what I've got here. What's this? Oh, I've got another one. Another item. Sugar. I fell. God, it's so accurate with jumping on those. I have played this one before, actually. I definitely have played it before on the channel. Such a weird game. It's Do you know, there's a small problem with the gameplay. There's a small problem with the way the gameplay works. Just a small one, not awful one, but just a small one with the that you should be able to grab onto those as they go by. There shouldn't be an issue getting through them, which there obviously is. You should be able to grab on that as you go by. Sugar, I've died. I don't know how many bears I've got. I've got one more bear, I think. Right. There's this. Oh, damn it. I walked into that. I'm dead. Yeah. Not one of my favourite ones. I definitely played it on the channel before, so enter your name. Enter my name. Oh, could it? I'm just going to type... type demons. Didn't realise you could type it. There we go. Adam. Adam. It's me, Adam. Adam. I'm Prince of Eternia now. I have the power. No. I won't have the power. You keep the power. Woo. Straight on. Spike. Spike in Transylvania. I don't know what Spike's deal is. Hang on. Did I rewind that? I wasn't rewound. Let's try that again once rewound. Spike in Eternia. Eternia? Spike in Eternia? God, I've got He-Man on the mind. Do you know something? How many He-Mans can they actually do at the moment? There's 2 different He-Mans on Netflix, and then they've got a new He-Man, which is the Kevin what's-he-called version. This isn't gonna load, is it? Let's try turning it over and rewind that side. That was a bit weird. The Kevin Smith version of it, which we all kind of yeah, it's not very good. And then there's another one which is the more cartoony kid version of it, which I actually don't mind. That's okay, but it's kind of like, I don't know, destroying. What was wrong with the original format for He-Man? There was nothing wrong with the original format for He-Man. He-Man was like we'll do this, and then at the end of it, you got a moral of the story, didn't you? You know, it's like. If you fart under the blanket and they'll hold your head under there, it's going to smell. That kind of moral of the story. It's that sort of thing. Same with the lifts, obviously. If you break wind in a lift and there's other people in there, somebody's going to smell it. It's the same. It's the same moral of the story. I've got my fart. Do you know what this is? This is because I ate so many Brussels sprouts yesterday. I pretty much could power the next space shuttle with the amount of gas that I've expelled. I wonder if Elon Musk is available to take some of this gas, because it's all natural. I don't know if it's eco-friendly or anything like that, but I suspect that it may be. I made it with Brussels sprouts. But anyway, I mean, I don't know what's wrong with the original format of He-Man. And I know that there was another one, wasn't there, in the 2000s that wasn't too bad, but was actually quite a good He-Man. I don't know. It was just weird. I mean, Kevin Smith hailed it a success, the second season of He-Man. Resurrection or whatever it was, and Revelations, only because nobody blooming watched it, Kev. That's the reason why nobody watched it. The first one, you destroyed it for everybody, or you upset everybody with it, and the second one, everybody didn't watch. So no wonder there was nobody watching it. So I feel like I've seen this one before. I feel like I've played this one before. Where's Spike's other leg? Is this perspective? Is his leg behind his other... I would have thought you'd see a bit of boot or something like that. I think Spike's only got one leg. And he's wearing diapers. Sorry, or nappies for the British. I don't know why I did diapers there. It was American, isn't it? Americanism. Yeah, there was a nappies. He's wearing nappies as well. Poor Spike. Anyway. He's a Viking. That's important. He's in Transylvania. There's loads. I love the way Codemasters used to do this. The key words here, right? I'm going to read you the big ones in bold. Spike tries to rescue his shipmates from the castle of the infamous castle in Transylvania. Spike, Viking, longboat, North Sea, Transylvania, dungeons, castle, torture, strange ghostly inhabitants. Spike tricked. I mean, seriously. Is that just in case I didn't know what was what? Hints and tips. Vampire bats will bite you when they get too close. Avoid moose heads, they spit venom. Keep away from castle guards. I mean, seriously. Oh, yeah, the vampire bats. I will go over and spend time with them. Castle guards, they're surely not going to want to smash my face in. Talk to villagers, they may help. Lightning bolts are lethal. Well, if you hadn't have told me, my God, I'd have never known. There's a helpline. 34p a minute. Or 45p a minute overtime. Off peaks 34p a minute. To get help with Spike. I wonder what that was like. Did anybody ever ring one of these helplines back in the day as a kid? I never did. I couldn't afford that. If I'd rang one of those, my parents would have been livid. They would have disconnected the phone. They would have been livid. They would never have done it. But as a kid, did anybody actually ever ring one of these helplines? I mean, what did they say to you? They say you're on Spike, and you'd be like, yeah, I'm on level 2. And they'd be like, all right, level 2, that's the one where Spike does this. I mean, I don't even know what that meant back in the day. Never understood tip lines. However, to be fair, the Evercade hilariously has opened their own tip line, haven't they, for the Evercade? I think that's hilarious. I think it's brilliant, but at the same time, absolutely hilarious. But tip lines, they were a thing. That was before the internet. You'd phone them up and you'd spend your 34p a minute, hoping that you'd get the answer that would be required to get you so far further forward when Spike's there, running along, chased by vampire bats with his. You can tell he's called Spike because like his helmet's got an S on it, and he's got a single boot that he's stolen from Santa. I'm just being rude to Spike. Sorry, Spike. He's got very loppy hair. He's got a mullet. I know what it is. He's got a mullet. Do you remember mullets? God. Pat Sharp on what was it called? What was the name of that thing with the twins? Yeah, castle thing, wasn't it? That was Pat Sharp and his twins. Just thinking back to that for a second there. Kind of weird. Did a Christmas quiz not too long ago, and they brought up things like Tiswas. Do you remember Tiswas? Phantom Pie Man. I don't know about you as a kid though. The only reason I used to watch these Saturday TV programs was I was waiting for them to actually get cartoons on. So basically I'd swap between the channels depending on the cartoon. That's what happened. I would just swap between this channel and that, waiting for the next set of cartoons so that you could watch the cartoons. I wasn't really interested in the actual, show that was on there. And I know they were probably very popular back in the day, but that was the reason why. Do they still do Milkshake on Channel 5? That's what my kids used to watch, Milkshake on Channel 5. It was a bit like they used that old broom cupboard that you used to have on the BBC in the evenings. Some broom cupboard, and they used to go in the broom cupboard, and that's where Andy Peters and Philip Schofield both made their sort of big sort of breaks into television. Inside the broom cupboard. That was the place. I mean, but Milkshake do a similar sort of thing. It's not the broom cupboard, but a similar sort of booth type thing. That's what they did. There's a bit of music going on. There's some nice graphics. This is obviously the castle. I do like the music. Yeah, it's quite good, that. Oh, look at that. Some good-looking levels, look here. No, I'm not. Do I need to redefine the keys? Let's do 5 to redefine the keys. Q, A. A is down. Fire is space. Are these okay? Yes. 1 for keyboard. Oh, here I am! I'll tell you what. The spike in the original thing does look at anything like the spike in this one. The up and down's a bit weird because you've got a perspective thing going on. The door doesn't seem to open. I can do items with that. I'm trying to jump here. I can't get past the door thing there. Can I pick this up? can't pick that up. Doorknob. There we go. I put the doorknob on the door and I'm out. Let's kill some stuff. Right, okay. Oh, there's a villager. Let's chat with the villager. Oi, I'm absolutely starving. Oh, starving. I thought it was Sven. Absolutely starving. Sven. It's not Sven. Right, okay, so we got... it's better than I thought it was going to be. You can't come in here. It's private property. Alright, okay, so that's the castle. He's absolutely starving. There's rats there we need to avoid. So... Okay. Right, let's go up here. I've picked something up there. I think that was food. Granny... This is her house, her hovel. We'll go Granny's house. We're going up here. What's this? Oh, it's cannon. Can't pick it up. That's more food. It's not. It's actually not as bad. I was a bit worried because there was Commodore 64 pictures on the back of it, wasn't there? But we've got rid of the Commodore 64 pictures, so there we go. Sorry, mate, you can't come in here without a tie or an order from the king. By order of the king, so I need to find a tie. So it's like an adventure game. Right, so I've been here. And there's me items on the bottom there, which you can scroll through with the fire button. The walking's a bit odd because of the angle thing. Can I pick that up? I want to light that and blow that up for some reason. That's what I want to do. Okay. And there we go. What's that on the floor? Ah, bag of gold. Right, I've got a bag of gold. I was a bit worried for a minute there. I couldn't get anything else. So let's go in here. Ah, there's something on the floor there. Pair of gloves. I've got a pair of gloves now. Can we go in here? We can't go in there. Some rats. You're starving. How about I give you a bag of gold? Can you have the gold? No, he doesn't want the gold. Pair of gold, some gloves. Let's see what we can get rid of the gold. Oh, he's taking the gold. Yes. Watch out for the ghosts. Run. Run. Vampire bats. Oh, there's a button to push. I pushed the button. I don't know what the lever did, but I pushed the lever. There's a staircase there. Oh. Need to map it. I think I've gone downstairs here. Lots of vampires. There we go. Oh, there's a guard. I think he'll avoid me. Oh no, he's come after me. Dining quarters. It's not bad, actually. It's better than I thought it was going to be. I was really concerned that it wasn't going to be very good, this, but it's actually alright, isn't it? A bit weird. Ploughman's lunch. That's for the guy outside who wants some food. Let's get the guy outside some food. So I've got a Ploughman's lunch for him. I'm absolutely starving, he says. I'm starving. I'm Hank Marvin. I've got some food there. Look, I've got a bit of chicken. Spike in Transylvania is actually not a bad looking game, and actually plays really well. I'd have loved this as a budget title. By then, of course, I'd already got rid of the Spectrum, unfortunately. So, you know, you would regret is one of those terrible things, isn't it? You know, by then I'd got rid of it. So it no longer my sort of my game of choice. But I'm going outside. I'm going to feed this guy his ploughman's. Here we go. Have a bit of ploughman's. Thanks, Emordia. Oh, you have a pair of wellies for you. Yes, I've got some wellies. I'm not sure what they're going to do for me, but I needed some wellies. So it's an adventure game. It's more of an adventure game than I thought it was going to be. Definitely interesting. I pulled that lever, but I'm not sure what it does. The old lever. I've gone up here. Oh, what's that? That wasn't good, whatever it was. Oh, I can climb ladders. I'm up. What's this? I've been zapped. There's a key. Getting a key. Opening the door. Getting some chicken. Chicken. I always remember that from Tekken 3. Chicken. Oh, look. I need a... Hang on. If this is the house of Mr. Dracula himself, why the hell would he have a cross? A crucifix. He's got a crucifix in his house. I don't think it's Mr. Dracula anyway. Well, maybe it is. Don't know. I'm dead. Blummin' heck. Pick up the key, for God's sake, man. Got the key. Jug of toad, whatever the toad was. Can I go this way? Oh, here we go. What's he want? What do you want? Wizard's room. Take a book of spells and defeat the bat mixture of toad, that is. Right, so he wants the toad mixture. There we go. There. Have some toad. Juice of toad. You crazy old man. What do you want? He doesn't want it. Spike's grown a beard as well since the loading screen. I know it does take a while for Spectrum games to load, but seriously, Spike, you've grown a beard, man. I'm going to go back downstairs. I'm going to go down the stairs. I'm going to go further down. Deeper into the dungeon. Into the deep dungeon. I've only got 2 Spikes left. And there's a guard there. See, the guards look more like Spike without their beards, look. See what I mean? They look more and more like Spike than those things do. Ah, sugar! Don't do that. Idiot. Oh, there we go. Another key. I've got a key already. Don't need another one. Right, in. It's just sleeping area. The graphics are good, aren't they? And there's a nice enough tune. Entrance to the dungeons. I'm in the dungeons. There's a little lever. We like a bit of lever. Lever. A lever. Oh, we're making funny, stupid noises in the background again. There we go. Up we go. I thought you could jump. Oh, there's little hands on the bars, look. I think the hands. I've got a key, though. Do you think I can use the key on that door? Sugar. Oh, I'm so quiet in here. Actually, he's not hurt. He's not talking to me. I thought he might actually be more angry than that. He's not. He's not angry at all. Oh, he is. That's not nice. The one downstairs wasn't angry, but the one upstairs was. I think there's a bit of a mistake with the movement. You know, the way it moves up and down. But other than that, not bad. It is not bad for a budget title. I can't grip the rope. Gloves. I've got a defeated bat. I can't get down the stair. I've got it. I've got it. I've got it. Here we go. What am I going to do with defeat? Oh, sorry, it's deafened bat, not a defeated bat. Deafened bat. Deafened bat. I bet that old bloke wants that. In fact, actually, we've got the key. There's a door. Can't open it. That's a shame. Ah! Let's have a look down this corridor. I should be able to go along. No! 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 Oh, I've got the guillotine! Awesome! You've been captured and executed! What a brilliant way to end the Christmas special! Anyway, I've been your host, Real Generic David. Have a Merry, Merry Christmas, everybody. Thank you so much for your support this year, and I'll see you soon. Bye-bye now.